Puerto Rico is the smallest and easternmost of the Greater Antilles Islands, lying about 1,000 miles off the southern coast of Florida. The island was originally called Borinquen by the natives. Christopher Columbus landed there in 1493 and colonized the island for Spain. The island was soon renamed Puerto Rico, which means rich port. When Spain lost the Spanish-American War in 1898, Puerto Rico became a U.S. territory. In 1917, the Jones Act granted U.S. citizenship to all Puerto Ricans, and in 1952, the island became a U.S. Commonwealth, something between statehood and full independence. In 2017, Puerto Rico was already reeling from a decade or more of economic decline. Due to changing economic conditions, businesses and jobs were already leaving the island. With 20% of the island's population over the age of 65 and another 20% under the age of 18, the jobless rate for those of working age was more than double that of the U.S. mainland. The poverty rate of the 3.4 million inhabitants was 45%, and the island was already suffering from burdensome debt. This debt, coupled with massive government bureaucracy, led to the decline of the island's infrastructure, most notably the aging and dilapidated electrical grid. On September 6, 2017, Hurricane Irma skirted just north of San Juan. The Category 5 storm knocked out power and clean water service to a third of the island and killed 4 people. 2 weeks later, on September 20th, Hurricane Maria made landfall near Yabuca Harbor, a strong Category 4 storm with winds in excess of 157 miles per hour. Parts of the island saw 30 inches of rain in one day. Power and clean water was lost on the entire island, and homes, businesses, and other structures were devastated. Trees and other vegetation were stripped bare, and the island was left in ruins. It would take 6 to 8 months to restore services to the majority of the island, and true recovery will take years. Today, 10 months after Maria, there are still approximately 1,500 homes on the island without power, and 50,000 homes still have blue tarps for roofs. In short, Puerto Rico needs our help. Within days of the hurricane, Southern Baptist Disaster Relief and the Send Relief arm of the Southern Baptist North American Mission Board was partnering with FEMA, the Red Cross, and other relief organizations to mobilize for a quick response. Southern Baptist feeding stations moved in as quickly as possible to feed tens of thousands of meals to Puerto Ricans left with nothing. Soon, teams began arriving to clean up thousands of tons of debris and to help residents pick up the pieces of their homes and their lives. Over the months to come, recovery began to give way to rebuilding, and Send Relief was there to help. With materials provided by FEMA through the pilot program called Valor, volunteer teams began to repair and replace roofs and provide reasonable permanent shelter for residents of the island. 9 members of the First Baptist Church of Dorado Springs, Missouri, heard and responded to the call to go to Puerto Rico and help. Traveling to the island, we worked on 4 different job sites, repairing roofs, showing the love of Jesus to homeowners and residents, and supporting the work that God is doing through local pastors and churches as they carry on the ongoing ministry in their communities. Maria was a horrific disaster for the island, but following Maria, God is doing a great work in Puerto Rico. He is using the efforts of faithful volunteers who will go, do the work, and show His love to the people. And we as a church were privileged to be able to be a part of that great work.